Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to another Kim and the Crease podcast, number 101. My name is Kim, also known as Isles Girl 3, and we are here to talk about more Islanders hockey, more updates. I got a poll in the chat going whether seeing your results of how you feel about Coach Lane Lambert as so far into the season. I know I haven't been able to do streams as of late. Honestly, I've been battling a cold for, I think, 2 weeks now? Yeah, I think it's been 2 weeks now. I've been battling this cold in my system, and it's still kicking my ass. So, as a just-in-case measure, I do have some tissues. God forbid I get, too stuffy. I'll mute the mic, obviously. I don't want you guys hearing me go to town, but I'm glad people are using the poll, that we're able to use the poll right here. Thank you guys so much for your votes. It's very much appreciative. Thank you. Hi. Getting a lot of he's been okay. Hope not. It's not COVID. I got tested the first day. I felt sick. Negative COVID, negative strep, it's just a really bad head cold kicking in with me. Yes, we do play the Leafs tomorrow. I will get into that too, but I want to talk about our week, everything the Islanders have been going through, our struggles, all that good stuff. And I'm sorry for me sounding absolutely horrific. I also have a surprise for you guys. You hear it in my voice. Yeah, I'm sorry. I have not been able to kick this. So, I have a surprise. You probably saw it. I have the Snapple fact of the day. Finally! I got it, guys. We have a Snapple fact of the day. It is coming. Oh my goodness. Woo! Let's get that Snapple fact of the day. I miss doing that. I really miss doing it. If only I could see. My god, it's so dark in here. Alright, let's see. The fact is number 906. Rubber bands last longer when refrigerated. I think I knew that one. Actually. Keeps their elasticity or something. Wow, I haven't had Snapple in so long. It tasted so good. Everyone knows that letdown. Well, sorry, I cannot control it. But I want to get talking to you about Islanders hockey. This past week with the Islanders, not the greatest. Last week I called 3 out of 4, and they did go 3 out of 4, so I was really happy with that. But last week was 1 out of 3. Not ideal. Not ideal with that, and I'm not happy because we could have easily won against Dallas. So it could have been 2 out of 3, which I would have been happy with. But here we got 4 this week. We have Toronto tomorrow, we have Edmonton Wednesday, we have Columbus on Friday, and then we have Philly on Saturday. This could be a split, in my opinion. This could be a split week. But let's talk into what's going on with the Islanders. What is even going on? Listen, we knew this comeback stuff wasn't going to be able to, we weren't going to be able to uphold it, and that's showing through right now. Islanders not being able to play a full 60-minute game was our biggest problem. We would only come out to play in the third period, and then and that's not enough. When you dig yourself into holes, you can't always dig out. Prince Chicken Wings, I'm going to disagree there. I will disagree with you a little bit. I think something different, but I won't deny they've been good. But going on from that, Islanders just coming out in the games, letting the other team score 2-3 goals in the first period, and then the whole game is just about catch up. We're never in the lead. We're never able to sustain leads. And it's horrible. It's not good. This team does not look good. We can't just be a third period team. Going on to last game, where I could just say the last game that we just faced against Dallas, we could have won that game. Finally, a game where I felt like the Islanders came out of the starting gates ready to play. We were crashing the net. Finally, in the first period, I saw some energy from them. I felt like it was the most complete game we've played in a while. And, sorry, it's bothering my face. It's the most complete game we played from a while. But then, in the third period, we fell apart. And then, a third period team. We weren't even able to play the third period. And that's where we needed to come out. We were an even game. Like, you have to think of it as like a 0-0 game. We were finally ready to come out, play, and we didn't do it. They played the Uno reverse card. Yes, they did. Finally, they came out and started to play, but then they shit the bed in the third period. And how long did we sustain the lead? 10 seconds? At most? 10 seconds. I would say 10 seconds. Scored the first goal. Barzy, finally able to net one. We've been waiting forever for Barzell to come out and finally score. He finally does. We're all celebrating, but then 3 forwards stand there in the defensive zone and watch our defense go help. And they're just like, you know what, we're on a high. Good luck. You got it. They're like, no. And I believe that's something Barry Trotz wanted to fix too. Is that two-way game is suddenly like not as prominent, and now our D-men are getting wrecked in the back, and we could not keep the lead for more than 10 seconds. 1-0, 1-1, 2-1, 2-2. Like, not even 5 seconds later. And that's not acceptable. And you know what the hard part is about those 2 goals? Pellick and Pullock have been the worst line. Our best line has turned into, personally, what I think is our worst. And you know what? I said under Trotz, Pellick flourished. I don't know what's going on with him recently. Or Pullock. Why he's not flourishing as much. It was 40 seconds, David. Thank you for being my little Eric Hornick. 40 seconds. Are you kidding me? Just wow. Yeah, Bailey did not have a good game. But, you know, a lot of and a word going around a lot right now is passengers. Too many passengers. And I will completely agree with that statement. There's too many passengers on this team. You cannot have 1 to 2 guys that are scoring all the goals. Like, I love when Brock Nelson gets high. I love when Barzell gets high. But someone freaking help him! Personally, what's going on with Bo? Beauvillier has looked horrible. Bailey has looked horrible. Time to break up that Lee Nelson Bo line, in my opinion. I think it's time to finally break up that Lee Nelson Bo line. Because it's atrocious, in my opinion. It's absolutely atrocious. And then, what does Bo even do? He's been so stagnant. And there's so many moments where he's coming from. Like, I think he had a breakaway versus Dallas. And he puts it right into he wants to always put it in those top corners, which is fine. But it ends up going into the goalie's chest. There's so many opportunities where Bo needs to score, and he doesn't. There's something here's the thing, I don't hate Bo. There's so much potential in him. I think he can be such a dominant goal scorer. But for some reason, there's a block, there's a wall in the way. And I don't know what it's going to take for him to take the axe and chip down that wall. My ideal lines. That's tough. He's been ice cold. Absolutely. And I think he deserves to be on the third line. If you want my opinion, switch him for the third line. It's just hard with chemistries, you know. Someone like Wahlstrom, I've been happy with him at moments, and I've been disappointed with him at moments. He's done some really good things, and then you're like, Wally. Also, defense on the blue lines. What the F? How many times? Defense on the points, we finally set up. And Dobson, or Bullock, or they flub it at the blue line, and we lose that whole setup. It's infuriating. Infuriating. Here's the thing, Barzal was not going to play wing. Haley, Barzal's not going to play wing. Nelson would have to go back to wing, and I don't think that's where he deserves to be, honestly. Now, that means putting Nelson back to wing if you want to put Lee, Nelson, and Barzal back together. Switch Bo for Palms. That's what I was thinking, Joseph. Give Palmieri more of a chance. I love Palmieri. But again, he's a player that gets hot and cold. He will sometimes, you know, come up and be the hero. And then there's sometimes you're like, where's Palmieri? But watching him on the ice, he does great plays. He makes things happen. I love Palmieri. I think he's a great player. A lot of people don't see it. That's too bad for them. But I'll be damned if I say that third line last night, that Palmieri, Parisi, and Pageau line was dead silent. Honestly, in my opinion, that line could have not played the whole game and I wouldn't have noticed. That's how bad that line was last night. Yeah, poor Pageau. Honestly, Pageau deserves so much more, in my opinion. But honestly, he was stone cold last night, even with Parisi and Palmieri. That line was stone cold. Honestly, I didn't see them do much of anything. And the fourth line, I don't know what happened with Zeker. But once we lost Zeker, that line was just gone. You lose Cizikas, you lose that fourth line. Done. I don't know what injury he sustained. And I don't know why they didn't talk about it more on the broadcast about what happened to him. Because suddenly I'm watching the game, and I see the fourth line out there, or a PK, and I'm like, where's Cizikas? Where is Cizikas? Maybe give Ratu a chance. Tell me about Joseph. If we could bring up Ratu or DeFore, I'd be so freaking happy. Give them a freaking chance. They've been... Today... DeFore scores in the Bridgeport Islanders game. Ratu OT winner in the Bridgeport Islanders game. That happened today. Call him up. Call him up, Lou, you fat bastard. Sorry. Call them up. We need to give some... I know Soshnikov didn't work out. He was sent down to Bridgeport. So why did we give Soshnikov a chance? I know he's older. But is it really just because of the age? Because Soshnikov's like 29 and they're like, oh, well, let's give this guy a shot. Angela, I appreciate it. I was thinking of doing the Islander Leafs game tomorrow if you guys are down for that. It's just been so hard because I mean, you guys said you heard it with me from... literally the beginning of the stream. I can't breathe. I can't, I sound weird because I've been battling this cold. And so when you're calling a game and you're like talking like this, it doesn't sound that fantastic. You know what I mean? So that's why I haven't done anything with that. What's up? Yo, Rogelio, I haven't talked to you in forever. What's up, man? You'd give Simon Holmstrom a shot? Simon Holmstrom is weird for me. Simon Holmstrom, he's good in AHL. But it doesn't translate to NHL. Like, he's just in that middle space. And I feel like he can't break through. That's the problem, is that he can do AHL. but he can't do NHL. He's just in that middle damn, limbo. So that Michael Dal Cole space. Exactly. Prince Chicken Wings put the perfect term right there. He's a Michael Dal Cole. He can, work well perfectly in the AHL, but he can't translate in the NHL. It's a Michael Dal Cole situation. Abso-freaking-lutely. Slight cough. I have Rogelio. Everyone is sick. Listen, being with nursing, we've got such an influx of COVID right now. I had 2 out of 3 of my rooms be COVID. We've had so much of an influx of COVID right now. Guys, please be safe. Wash your hands. Be very, healthy. If you're sick, stay home. Yeah, I know you want to see loved ones, but please be safe because COVID has been going rampant right now. I've been taking care of so many COVID rooms. Luckily, I just have a head cold. But I don't know what's going on. Something in the water. But coming up this week, Toronto, they've been hot. Toronto Maple Leafs have been hot recently. They've been doing pretty well. We have to be better on our game. F COVID, facts. We have to be better on our game if we want to defeat the Maple Leafs, because they are a scoring machine. Everyone knows that. What the Islanders have to do is just, I don't know what, we're just still having the scoring disability, and it's crippling. Sometimes we can overcome that scoring disability, but it's only if we get a hot streak from some players. We need what the Toronto Maple Leafs have, and that's just consistent scoring. And we're not getting that. It's turning to the times where we're going to be lucky if we have a goal go in or 2. And oh my god, let's get to this. Special teams. And I'm not talking about both special teams. I am talking about the power play. Why does our power play suck ass? It is still atrocious. I think the power play does some good things where people yell, shoot, 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 and I understand because you want the team. And I know maybe they do sometimes. My Pretty Passes song. Pretty passes, it's the waste of goddamn time. My Pretty Passes song. But there's some moments where they create great chances and then they just can't finish. It's part of our power play situation, I also feel, is affected from our lack of finishing situation. If you don't have one, you're not going to get the other, I feel like. Because it's already hard enough for us just to get a regular goal. And then a power play goal where you're supposed to have this, we can't even finish. No one can finish on the team. They see goalie chest and they go, I want to put it right on the logo. They see the logo and they go, I want to put it right there. There's no nice there's no moves. There's no nice backhands. You see these around the league highlights of beautiful backhands or moves at the goaltender, and no one on our team does that. It's always the same, just, wrist shot, slap shot, wrist shot. There's no moves done. No one has skill. No one utilizes their skill towards the net. And I feel like that's a reason why a lot more goals don't go in. I feel like if we could utilize a little bit more of that skill, we would be so much better. Thank you, Rogelio, for the love. I saw someone else say it too, the love for the Zelda shirt. I appreciate it. I was literally just playing Zelda before we started this, so. I even got Zelda earrings, so. Yeah, no, the Devils are doing everything right, and someone said they're getting production from all 4 lines. Well, if we're talking about what is perfection hockey, it's all for having the depth. Having that depth for all 4 lines coming to contribute to the game. That is perfect hockey. Devils are doing that. We are not producing that. We had 1 line that produced last night. That's not gonna get you crap. 1 line production. And that happens every single game. We'll have the games that we actually won is because we had multi-line production. We had depth. We had every line contributing in some way. Last night, who scored? Barzell. That's it. 2 goals from 1 guy. Another game that we lost. Nashville, you know, who scored most of those goals? You know what I mean? It's like, remember one game it was only Brock Nelson scoring. It was like primarily Brock Nelson. Again, that's 1 line. It's not gonna cut it. Sorry, my throat, guys. Whew. Almost made the comeback, but we shouldn't have to make a freaking comeback every single game. Period. Every game should not be a comeback, a comeback, a comeback. You know, for 3 or 4 games, it's like, oh, haha, comebacks. But after the 12th time, I'm starting to get pissed. When's a game where we're going to have the lead and we keep it? When's a game where the Islanders are going to, you know, keep producing leads? Where we're going to keep, like, just like, as a fan, like, we have you guys on Twitter, you guys have seen the picture where it's, yay, hockey starting, and then, like, a majority of the timeline is, oh god, we suck, I'm scared. And then the last is like, oh yay. Like, you know what I mean? Like, the whole game, I shouldn't be like, when are we gonna tie the game? Are we gonna tie the game? How about I sit and watch a game where I'm actually happy? I'm like, oh, yay, we have the lead. Let's keep it. Or let's add on to this lead. When's that game gonna happen? Let's go Pens. Thank you so much for the 2. He says, hi, Kim. Hashtag let's go Pens. Don't know about the hashtag, but I love your spirit for your team. Thank you so much for the 2. Preseason. I feel that. Why do I feel that, though? Aho has been solid. Prince Chicken Wings. Yes and no. Aho gets up and down with me. Aho can be very good. He can. He can be very good, move the puck very well, create opportunities, and then there's the Aho that goes on the side and then falls on his ass. Like, I literally made a tweet last night where I said, it's not a game unless Aho falls on his ass at least once. Like, for no reason. He just turns and he's like, and he'll let the other team get the puck. Like, I'm like, what are you doing? There are times he shines and there are times he sucks. And it's weird that you get both during a game. It's very weird you get both. Mayfield, been very happy with Mayfield. He's been very solid for me. He's been producing for this team. And even as a defenseman where that's not even his job. So I've been very happy with Mayfield. He gets a little thumbs up from me. My favorite line has been, maybe because I'm a little bit biased here, Romanov and Dobson. Even when Dobson's had bad games, Romanov to me has been such a great acquisition. Romanov, he's in the games, he's always mentally, focused, great physical player in the back end, does what he does to get out, and even puts some opportunities towards net when he can. Romanov to me has been such a bright light, I guess you could say, in this defensive area. I've been so happy with Romanov, his production with the team. I can't wait for him to get his first goal because he deserves it. Oh, there's been so many moments he's had the opportunity and he couldn't put it away, and I was like, Romanov! No! And I finally figured out why I always wanted to call him Romanov. I finally figured out why. I always wanted to call this kid Romanov. Because I was watching Marvel. I was watching The Winter Soldier. And I was like, oh, Natasha Romanov. Like, I'm thinking Black Widow's last name is literally Romanov. She's Russian. Like, I was like, oh, no wonder I wanted to call him Romanov. But, yeah. Now it makes sense to me. Now I understand why. Sorry, guys. I need a tissue. Give me, like, 2 seconds. Oh, I can breathe again. Even sick, they can't keep me down. Even sick, they can't keep me down. Oh, sorry, guys. It's been tough. It's been tough. I see from this poll, though, it's been 30 minutes. I think we're gonna end it. You know what? I'm gonna end it, especially since that percentage is so perfect. 69% of you had said that you're neutral about Lane Lambert. Oh, it changed to 68, damn. 17% say you love him, and 14% of you say not a fan. I wanted to do this poll especially as he was kind of trending a little bit with Barry Trotz on Twitter, because a lot of people are comparing him to Doug Waite. That this was problems we were having with as a coach with Doug Waite about being dug into holes and not being able to climb out of them. And I find that very interesting comparison. Wanted to see what you guys had to say about it. Alright. I've been sick twice this year and only in November. I don't think I've been sick once this year. It was just the crazy part. Haley's pissed about that kind of hit towards Barzell. It really wasn't a hit, it was more like a shove. Just how he twisted was a little weird, but he's fine. I feel the Isles are worse than their records-wise solid, but a lot of those who come from behind, that's not sustainable. Darkness, exactly what we talked about earlier. We knew it wasn't sustainable. It's showing it's not sustainable now. How do we fix this is the problem that we're coming to. Yeah, Barry saw the flaw and knew 1-0 and 2-1 games was how they were gonna win. Exactly, that's what it's coming to. It's like, since we can't finish, we have to make sure our defense is strong, because if we're down a goal, that's a lot for us. That's what it's coming to, is if we're down a goal, that's a lot for us. For some reason, though, we've been able to come back from 3 goals down, but still, it's not been working. It's not been communicating. The weirdest part is we haven't been able to go to a lot of OTs. At least if we were hitting like OTs, like tying up the games, we could get a point here, a point there. We cannot even hit OT, which is even worse. Sorokin has been better than Shesterkin. He's played well. I mean, I'm not going to get into the Sorokin-Shesterkin debate. I think they're both fantastic goaltenders. I'm just glad we beat the Rangers twice. Is it almost time for a full rebuild, or is it too early for that? Here's the thing. I don't think we need a full rebuild at the moment. Again, we're at that point during the offseason where we need that scoring piece. Still waiting. Wallstrom hasn't adopted as well as I thought. Bellows is gone. This is where I'm going to agree with chat and say bring up Ratu. Bring up DeFore. Do something. Can't hurt. Because I'm telling you, Ross Johnston as our 7th is not going to be the answer. I'm sorry. He's not going to be the answer. Lane should be calling timeouts when the Islanders are doing bad. He has before, Haley. He has before. But that game, I don't think there was any reason to do a timeout when we... You know what I mean? Like, what are you going to do when the team... Like, let's say we got that lead, right? And then they scored, and they scored, and they got that, they got the tie, and then they scored again. If they score twice in a row like that, then I could see it okay for a timeout. But that didn't happen. But Islanders need that one, I feel like just someone who's going to be just helping out, like for someone like who's going to produce. We need people to produce, and we need someone to show the way of how to produce. I feel like I think that's the thing, is that we need someone to come in and show how it is to produce. I think that's the biggest problem. Sippo call up Ratu. Haley, I would love that. Here's the thing though, Ratu is a centerman. Ratu is a centerman. That's the only issue. We would have to sit a centerman for Ratu to come up. That's the only issue. That's why I'm saying, like, bring up a Dufour. Bring up Dufour. See what he can do. Making sure he... Oh my god, my grandpa is spamming me with videos. I love him. I love him, but I showed him how to send videos to people, and now he's coming at me. Alright. Can he play wing for the time being? It's just so hard when you throw a centerman onto a wing position, because it's such a different different feel. And I've known this from being a player myself. Like, it's such a different feel to throw a centerman to be a winger than a winger to go. I feel like it's easier to go winger to centerman than centerman to winger. But that's what I'm saying. Dufour is a right winger. I was right. I just wanted to make sure. That's what I'm saying. Maybe bring up a Dufour. Trade for McDavid. Yeah. Just trade our whole team for McDavid. Ratu at center is perfect. So what you want to do... Play Nelson and Barzal play together. Nelson takes draws and Barzal plays the center. So you want... What? Prince Chicken Wings, what you just said doesn't make sense. You have 3 centers together on that line. While Nelson can move to a wing, you have Barzal who's a center and Ratu who's a center. I'm almost positive Bo was a center and got moved to wing. Not 100% sure on that, honestly, Joseph. I couldn't tell you offhand. I'm not saying it can't be successful. I'm just saying that is a very hard transition during the season. Especially from something, a position you love. But I don't put any stock in rumors, David. I just don't. No, Ratu is the 4th center, Barzal, JGP, Cizikas. Okay. Sorry, I'm just trying to think. So you want Ratu as the 4th centerman. So you're taking out Nelson as second line center. Okay, so you're taking out Nelson as the second line center. So you would push someone, I'm guessing Nelson, to a wing, put Ratu there, and your blah blah blah, I can't speak. Your centers would be Barzal, Ratu, Pageau, and then Cizikas. Oh, Barzal sucks at faceoffs. I think everyone knows that. You think Ratu might be a good winger, Rick says? It's just tough. Here's the thing, though. Ratu is good at faceoffs. That's another thing that's been a positive about Ratu, especially when I watched him in Bridgeport. He does well at faceoffs. And the good thing about Ratu is he can switch hands for faceoffs. If he sees, like, his guy shoots right or left, he can switch his hands for how he wants to draw that faceoff. And I've seen it firsthand. And it's a very positive thing. Center isn't all about faceoffs. Very true. And that's very true as well. It's, but you're playing chess here. with these lines. That's the difficult part here, is that you're playing chess with these lines. And then if you put Ratu in for a center, do you sit bow? And will you have the same success with Brock Nelson as a winger? Because he's been producing well as a center. So it's playing chess. But honestly, maybe the risk is worth it. Maybe the risk is worth it. Because something has to change. The definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result. So, sit Bailey. Okay, I'm not opposed to that. JG switches hands too. It's something that's very helpful. And look how good JG is on face-offs. Sit whoever's least productive. I agree with that. I can agree with that 100%. The craziest thing is we have sat Bo already this season. We have sat Bailey this season. And I don't know if you guys saw this last night. I literally cringed. Bailey in our zone. I don't know what he was thinking. Everyone's moving forward. And Bailey did the no-look drop pass right in front of our net in the slot area. And, like, I forget who was there, if it was Dobson or something. It was like, oh, shit! And, like, they were coming, Dallas was coming full force. I was like, Bailey, what are you doing? Just dropped it right in the slot area. I was like, Jesus Christ! I was like, whose team are you on? My God. That was bad. That was a bad one. Also, I'm getting a new phone tomorrow. So hopefully my videos won't look like they were shot on potatoes soon. Getting a new phone. I'm going to be upgrading to the iPhone 14, so let's see how I can do. Rick, right now he's not looking so hot. But I still have faith in him, I should say. Jordan, it's time to update my phone. It's bad. Why is Bailey still in the power play? There's so many decisions, Prince Chicken Wings, that I really wish I could give you an answer for. That is one that still pisses me off. Trust me, I don't know. If I could do a sit down with Lane Lambert and ask him that question, oh. Oh. I have the XR. I have the XR right now. That's literally the phone I have right on here. It's the XR. Sorry guys, 1 second. Thank you. I'm so sorry. My nose is horrible. But I can breathe now. But yeah. Islanders have been pissing me. Would you trade for McDavid in a second for Dobson, Sorokin, and Barzal? What the frick kind of frickin' trade is that? No! Are you upset now that you know Lou did not even make an offer for Gaudreau? Yes, I heard about that. Fans booing at Gaudreau. Why? I wasn't a fan of that when I heard about it. I heard about that and I was like, but why? I really didn't care anymore at that point. I don't know. It was stupid. The fact that we didn't even give him an offer is kind of shocking. Not gonna lie. It was kind of shocking to me that I heard Lou didn't even give him an offer. And gets me a little bit more upset. Oh, we're gonna be looking for, you know, an elite scorer to join us. Here's a scorer on the market. Here's a scorer right in front of your face on the market. And he was like, nah. Just wow. The fact that he just didn't even give it a chance. Hurt. I understand that, Angela. One superstar won't turn a team around. But I'm not saying we need one superstar to turn this team around. What I want to do is add in a scorer that could hopefully, you know how like people like rub off again. Maybe they'll rub off, give some pointers to this team, to these forwards where they're not producing. Maybe that will like, you know, help this team to produce more. Yeah, I know, Joseph. I don't even know what the hell all these rumors about the Islanders were in contention for Gaudreau. I don't even know what the hell. Darkness. How are the Devils the best team in the NHL this season? Honestly, from their analytics to the young core that just needed to mature more, you know, kind of has shocked me as well how well they grew. But from the analytic wise, if you looked at it analytic wise, you could kind of see it was coming. And honestly, good for the Devils. ROR to Colorado for real. I was working during today's game, and I'll be working during the USA game tomorrow. I'm hoping for a win. Very nice. Would you be open to trading Dobson for a young, cost-controllable scoring winger? Losing defense in for gaining offense. That doesn't make much sense to me. I would trade Beauvillier. I feel like he still has some trade value. Prince Chicken Wings yells no. I would possibly trade Beauvillier. I was opposed to it before, but now I honestly probably would not be opposed to it. Yeah, Addie, you told me this before. Trade him to Montreal. They'll overpay since he's French. Honestly, very true. Very, very true. But what would you say Montreal would have to offer? Like, Bailey and Bo for a Kit Kat bar? Bo screams a change of scenery player to me. Possibly. I'd rather have Perry back. Ugh. Not Perry. Not Perry. Shattenkirk move, big brain. I'm fine with trading Bo. Just gotta find that partner. Exactly. We love our French kings and queens. That's what I'm saying. Give him to Montreal, though. We'll pay. It'll be just like Huberdeau and Kachuk. Beauvillier get an 8-year contract if he goes to Montreal. Yeah, exactly, bro. They will be like, he speaks French. We love him. Yo, they like literally Montreal hating on their damn captain because he doesn't speak French. That's rough. That's rough. We love you. You're a captain, but you don't speak French, so you get some half love. Can I read without the glasses? The chat? Can I? Why? Case in point, Sergachev for Druin. Worst trade in recent Habs history. But still a fun one to look at, though, Addie. Still a fun one to look at. Things I didn't expect to say. Thomas Greiss has actually been good for us. Blues fans, no offense, but F you on that. How many times did I say to Blues fans? They were like, Greiss sucks. We don't want Greiss. We don't want Greiss. Binnington. They did. I'm sorry, but you guys did a Vegas. I'm gonna say it out loud. You guys did a Vegas because he wasn't Binnington. You guys hated on him. And I was over here as an Islanders fan going, he's a great goaltender. He's a great goaltender. You should be really happy with that. He's a great goaltender. And then he shows up and plays, and they're like, oh, yeah, no, maybe he's a good goaltender. Like, I'm sorry, but I was like, I kind of over here told you so. Greiss will always give you an honest effort, Shadow Rider says. Abso-freaking-lutely. Absolutely. I'm sorry, but, like, he will always give you an honest effort, give his 100% in every single game. People hate on him for, like, no reason. He's fantastic. And that is... Leonard. But, with the Grice situation, I mean, I'm glad the Blues fans are now seeing that they've gotten a great acquisition in Grice. Still one of my favorite players I've ever met. His family is so charitable. His wife does all of these raffles for animals in need and for people in need. By the way, if you don't know, Brittany Grice is doing a raffle right now on her Twitter to win some signed Grice merchandise. It's just you can just private message her on Twitter, and you guys can enter that raffle to help families in need this Thanksgiving. So if you guys can, go to Brittany Grice's Twitter and join that raffle to help people in need, that'd be really appreciated. Just want to give a shout out to Brittany Grice there because she deserves it. Hello. NZA, you don't know what a raffle is? Google it. So I'm gonna say Google. Did I root against the Stars because DeBoer became coach? I've been neutral with the Stars. When they hired that asshole of a coach, I've been rooting against Dallas since they hired him. When they hire a lying, conniving, snake-tongued coach, yeah, I'm gonna root against them every single time. Well, Joseph, I wouldn't, if it was like a 1-to-1, it depends on the situation. Like, it depends on the situation of who I would trade Bo for. Do you like the new projected ads? Cosmo, if you follow me on Twitter, you would know how I feel about those board ads. You would absolutely know everything I feel. Oh, Addie, tell me about it. But yeah, you know absolutely how I feel about those board ads. Toffoli for Bo. I imagine he'd be a bigger deal. Yeah, I feel like it depends on who it is. It depends on how the other team feels about his trade value. It's a tough one. They should just stick with the projections on the ice. At least those are tolerable. But the ones on the boards, you see a car zooming by, and you're like... I said this on Twitter. They were so concerned about people not being able to follow the puck and glowing puck and all that bullshit. And then for seasoned fans like myself, when you're watching the game, and then the car drives by, and I think it's the damn puck! And I'm like, oh shit, no, the puck's down, like... It's distracting for even regular fans. Like, F off with that. They glitch out all the time. Oh my god, I know. Oh my god, my grandpa keeps sending me stuff. It's weird seeing, for example, Flame stuff on the Tampa board. Yeah, and you know what? As if I was let's say I gave you money for the board ad, because you know all those companies along the boards pay for that spot, I would be pissed. Very angry, because one of the mutual benefits of paying for, as an advertiser, for those spot along the boards is that you also get dual viewership with TV. Which is why I thought it was so smart. You know, you get the people in the rink who see your board ad around the rink, but then also people on TV would also see that board ad. And that's why I think it was so... why you could hike up the price for ads behind, like, you know, the face-off, like the midline and things like that. I think that's where advertisers would be like, wow, this is really worth doing, since I'm going to have dual viewership. People at the rink and people watching on TV. You're going to get that full viewership. That's gone now. That viewership for advertisements is gone now, because now they have these over the top ads. And as an advertiser on the boards, I'd be like, well, this sucks. Because I just lost half of my viewership. Half of my advertisement is gone. And I'm not going to pay you an extra $2-3 million to have one of these moving ones on the boards that glitch out all the time. Hell no. Really dumb idea, in my opinion. Honestly, it's a cash grab. That's all it is. It's more cash grab opportunities. So, yeah, that's my feelings about the advertisements. But yeah, we got like 10 minutes left. Hit me with your best shot. Yo, let's go big simpin'. What's up, Rochita? Yo, we got Rogelio, now we got big simpin'. Let's go. Had my wisdom teeth out and I missed the Ranger Preds game. Oof. What's up, Rocha? If you want to sub to Rocha, it's right there in the chat. Go press that link. Sub to my boy, Rocha Entertainment. He's the best. He's the best, man. But yeah, we're just talking about breakdowns of the week. Nice game against your Sharks. I don't even notice the jersey. I do. I very much do. And it pisses me off. It very much pisses me off. Rick Roma says, I'll be going to UBS for the first time this season. Anything I need to see. Isles Hall of Fame. There is no Islanders Hall of Fame. Yeah, I know. That bothered me too. But, I mean, just go all over the arena. There's so much to explore from the lower to the top level. And, you know, when you first walk in, they have the plaques of the players that's also at Northwell Ice Center. But just go around the link, explore the walls. There's walls with, like, history all over. And, you know, it's not just one place where you can see different things. Belmont Hall. Some people don't know what Belmont Hall is. Belmont Hall is a side thing to UBS Arena. So when you go towards the front gates of UBS Arena, there's a side restaurant called Belmont Hall. This is basically what it is, a restaurant. You can go in, sit down, get something to eat before the game. Also, after the game, Belmont Hall is open, and the cool thing is, at Belmont Hall, you can go right straight through to the arena area, or you can go right straight out to Belmont Hall from the arena area. Except against Vegas, you want Vegas to win every time, Rocha. It's okay. Addie, you're a dime a dozen. We have a food hall called Assembly Food Hall near Bridgestone Arena. Okay, so it's like pretty much probably the same idea. I go there all the time before Preds games. That's kind of what Belmont Hall is to UBS. You can do the same thing. You can get food right there before the game. Let's say if you hadn't eaten all night, it's right there. And then after you're done eating, you can stay in the arena. You don't have to go back outside, and you can just go through the little exit on the right. But yeah. Let's see. Anything else, guys? Aw, Josh, that sucks. But yeah, I love UBS. UBS has been great. Belmont Hall is chill. I met Nystrom in Belmont Hall by accident. Literally, he was just chilling in there, like, waiting before the game. And my mom goes, oh my god, that's Bobby Nystrom. And I'm like, yeah, okay, Mom, not every bald guy is Bobby Nystrom. And I turn around, I'm like, holy shit, that's Bobby Nystrom. And so, like, we were the only ones who noticed him, so we came over, we're like, hi, Bobby. We're like, can you sign our jersey and, like, take pictures? And he was like, yeah. And, like, Nystrom's always the best. So he came, and everyone saw us taking pictures with him, and then, like, everyone started to, like, kind of notice, and they're like, holy shit, that's Bobby Nystrom. Where do you park? There's a few different areas you can park. There's the parking garage. and the Emerald lot. Those are two different, like, regular parking. I know what season tickets, silver and diamond are for, like, I think season ticket holder. I'm not sure how to get silver firsthand, but the parking garage and the Emerald lot are two different areas for parking. Jordan, don't get me started. Andrew, I've been to both MSG and UBS, and they both have their ups and downs, I would say. Rocha says, I think me and Papa Roach gonna go to Sharks and Blackhawks in February when they retire Patty's number. Oh, that'd be awesome. Oh, Rocha, please send me Snapchats. Which RR jersey would you really want? I know it wouldn't be the Islanders. Mine would be the one for Vegas with the letters glowing. Dallas. The Dallas one, and it's very similar to another reverse retro, I forget which one, but again, the sleek black with the shoulders. The Dallas Stars reverse retro is my favorite. Don't hate the coach, but I respect the reverse retro. I just think it's so sleek. They have the black jerseys already, but this one has, like, really cool line design from the shoulder down, and it's just so, it's slimming, it's sick, and I like them. I love their design. Do you like the retro Islanders? Hell no. Hate them. Predictions for this week. Let me get up this week. I think I said we would split even. I think it's possible we can win against Edmonton, Columbus, and maybe lose against Toronto and Philly. That's my predictions. Thoughts on my Islanders warm-up mix compared to last year? I don't like it as much. It isn't as fun to dance to. Like, if you want me to be honest, like, my favorite warm-up mix was from 2018-19. And I have it on my phone. I'm not even joking. I have the entire warm-up mix from that season on my phone. I'm gonna get... But here, look. New York Islanders, 2018-19 New York Islanders, like, warm-up mix. I have the entire mix on my phone. That's how much I loved that mix from that season. But this year, it's just kind of boring. I don't like the songs they... Clutter. I like Clutter. You can do better than that, man. I'm not a fan of the mix this year. How much is the UBS parking garage? I've never used it myself. I want to say 40. I think it's 40. I just can't play the mix on the YouTube video because I will be demonetized. I'll get copyrighted. What color is my favorite? Blue! Blue, baby! Yeah, Josh, it's stupid expensive. Carlos, no. Did not. Is parking pass only you can buy secondhand? Yeah, that's what I was saying. I was thinking like, I remember seeing it's like parking pass only. Like, you have to buy it before the game or something, which sucks. Also, nice shirt. Thank you. I appreciate it. I like people are loving my shirt tonight. People are really loving to give respect to my Zelda shirt. Thank you. I got it in New York City at the Nintendo store. Nintendo store was selling this bad boy, and I was like, yes, we are buying this. Alright, since everyone's getting a kick out of that, I'll show you my earrings. Since everyone's getting a kick out of it. These are my... Oh my god, if I could stop shaking. My Zelda earrings. Do you like the Panthers reverse retro? That is the ugliest motherfucking thing I've ever seen. Don't care. It's not cool. I think it's so ugly, and no. But it's beautiful. What the hell? Not everyone's not happy with me over that. Why is it beautiful? It's a sun with a hockey stick and a golf club. Or it's a palm tree and a golf club. It looks like a third grader made it. It's stupid. It's churlish. I hate it. Absolutely abhor it. I would burn that. Chicago's is meh. Just stripes. Yeah, it's just meh. It's just me. Yes, churlish. Go look it up. Some people don't know churlish. Like, there's some that you're just, a lot of them I'm indifferent about. But, yeah. That one, extreme hate. I hate it more than the fisherman. That's how you know it's bad. Oh, the old crown logo for the Kings, that's a W. That's a W. Bringing back the old crown jerseys for the Kings, that's a W. The Islanders, I'd rate a 0. You guys know I hate the fishermen with a passion. Come on. Why are they bringing back the fishermen again? Because millennials who have nostalgia of that period wanted it back. Yeah, me too. I wish they'd do something new at this point. I wish they'd bring something new to the game with jersey concepts. Honestly, it's getting pretty old. Doing the same reverse retro thing twice in a row. They effed up the first time, so then they're trying to fix it the second time, and it's still not my thing. I kind of like the Wilds reverse retro. I don't remember the Wilds reverse retro. Bring back CCM? Well, Adidas is getting kicked out the door. The problem is I think Adidas owns CCM? Here, let me see. CCM company. No, Adidas sold the brand in 2017, so never mind. We can't have CCM back. Adidas sold the brand, so we're good. There we go. Wild reverse retros. Let me get another look. I have to remember what it looks like. And my Wi-Fi just crapped on me. Okay, there we go. It looks like their regular ass jersey. To me, it's just, wow, it's their jersey. Like, it's their regular ass jersey. I don't know. I don't see anything great about it. Like, okay. But guys, that is my time tonight. Thank you so much for joining me again for another podcast. It was fun doing it at nighttime again. I just decided to do it at nighttime because, especially earlier in the day, I actually sounded horrible. My voice, everything in here just sounded absolutely horrific. So I'm glad we got to do it again a little late tonight. This way I don't sound as disgusting. But guys, thank you so much for joining me tonight for another podcast. I was able to do the Snapple fact of the day with you guys, which was so great. I made sure to pick it up this week. But guys, thank you so much. I'm wishing you the best. Want to give all my love and shout out, and as we do each podcast, we ended with your team would not sorry, your team would not be who they are without your love and support and your passion for your team. So as we end every podcast, put in your love for your team. Let's go Islanders, let's go Rangers, let's go Stars, let's go Kings, let's go Sharks. Whatever you want to put in the chat, put the love for your team, and I appreciate all your love and support. Newt Bar, I appreciate all the love and support for every single love in the NHL. You guys are the best. Thank you for joining me for another talk about Isles and NHL. Just wishing you the best. Stay safe. Stay healthy. Please stay healthy. And I'll see you tomorrow for the Islanders Leafs game. Let's go, baby.